Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Welcome along. Nice to see you on this wonderfully cold Wednesday evening. It's icy. It's bitterly icy. I've been out at football training tonight with the boys, and I've still got my polyprop on, hoodie, puffer jacket. I wasn't doing anything. I was just standing, watching, and coaching, and it was icy. It's been cold the last few days, and I'm a bit blocked up. So hopefully, nice warm brown water might help with that. So cheers everyone, welcome along, nice to see you. A little bit of a surprise tonight, a little bit different. I thought we'd jump into Winchester again. A few things I wanted to show off on that, mainly the fences, which I'm really excited to have finally got those sorted out, and just talk through where I'm at with the map, but also show off some mods that are being released on the 25th of August. So what is it, 5 days away, so must be the end of this weekend, from Connect Modding. They have a big pack of mods. I think there's 17 in total. I've got 12 of them I can show you. There's still 5 that I've got to announce. It's all part of a connecting art and people that I've described, and fair play to them. They've done some awesome. If you don't follow Connect Modding on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, you should, because they do some really cool visual stuff. Really, really clever, really design focused, and just visually really, really appealing. So I thought we'd try out some of their equipment tonight, do a little bit of work on the farm, and check out some of the things that I've been up to in the map as well. So that is the plan. Anyhow, we'll do our normal welcomes, hellos, everything like that. We could talk about Highlands fishing as well. But the trailer will play in just a second and have a chat about that too. But welcome along if you're joining us here for the first time. Nice to have you if you've come back from having been a number of times. Great to see a lot of familiar faces around. Craig and Ollie sitting up there up the top. I know who actually was the first one to say hello. Can't even scroll. Won't let me scroll up. Do that. Chinook's there. Evening Chinook. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Yoran, hello. Good to have you here. Garrick, hello as well. Darren, how you doing? You've just walked in from work. You able to catch a live stream? Awesome, mate. Love it. Nice to hear that. Flash Gaming NZ, welcome along, buddy. Good to have you. Can I plug my survey for New Zealand community? Do I have a code for that? Is it exclamation mark survey? I can't remember now. But if you're a Kiwi and you haven't done my questionnaire that I had for what you want in some community events in New Zealand, make sure you do that as well. I have a double check. I'm sure it was exclamation mark. Survey. Is it right? Yeah, exclamation mark survey. I did remember it correctly. Look at that. Something works up the top here. Anyhow, do jump in. I know you've done it Flash Gaming, but when I saw your NZ, I thought, oh, I'll plug that as a reminder. Randy, good morning, mate. You must be up nice and early. Good to see you. Aussie Dan's here. Good evening to you. For the Aussies as well, who's following on with Aussie Modding Co-op and Modding Co-op? Farm Sim Co-op. Anyhow, their big map they've been making, it's getting close to being released too. That looks pretty cool. The way I look at it, it's a bit of a continuation of their Aussie 16x map they did last at the end of FS 22. So keen to see how that all works out. Been following on with that a little bit. Lachlan, good morning, good evening. How you doing? G'day, Mark. Are you back at work yet? Back in the land of the living? Are you still enjoying some time away? Hope you're all good, mate. Though I know you'd last time we were talking, you'd done yourself an injury, so hopefully that's all recovered. Kiwi Gaming, how you doing? Good to see you as always. Thanks for dropping the link to the stream on a couple of Facebook pages. Appreciated. I'm doing good, Lachlan. Doing good. A little bit blocked up, a little bit fluey, but the whiskey's helping with that. G'day, Washington Farmer. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Crazy Pukiko's here. Good evening. Nice to have you here. Crazy Pukiko, I'm going to get some audio recording of a Pukiko so that when we're on the map and you're in a place like... Go over here, come on. It's too slow. I've got a huge list of equipment like Stara, spreaders, sprayers. The tractors, only the case tractor is there. Got a AF11 over there with a header hiding it. But when you're around water, I want to have some, like you walk up close to the water and you might hear a pukiko or something like that. Anyhow, this is one of the things I've actually progressed a little bit more. I've got pretty much done all the water now, which I'm kind of pleased with. So I've done the water planes on this side. I've worked out really well, actually. I'm quite happy in general with them. I want to play around with them a little bit more, but kind of happy with how I've got that all working basically the whole way down this side. So this one here's kind of just got a little bit of water in it, which I actually kind of like. It's kind of like it's an overflow drain, stop flooding, and you've got these, like I have these mounds of dirt up here as if the that's been dug out recently and sort of some weeds growing on it and things like that. But this is only kind of a newish thing. But you can see here where it gets down towards the end. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this has all turned out. The only thing I haven't done yet, actually I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to, I'm missing something in the code I think, because it doesn't have the ripples. But the other thing I really wanted to try and do was get some flow map going, at least on the main river. If I don't do it on here, at least get it on the main river. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with how that's all turned out. Cool. At work, ankles getting better slowly. I'm pleased to hear it's recovering at least. You've recently moved to PC. What am I running CPU wise? You're enjoying the move. So I have an Intel i7 1240F processor, I think. I think it's 6 cores from memory. But I've just actually been thinking about getting something new very, very soon. So looking either at a i7 with a Highlands 14400 or possibly going down the AMD route. Not sure. 1240 Chinook new. Oh, that's what I said, isn't it? Did I say 1240 or 1220? I don't know. Anyhow, we've got these fields all around here. So where are we on the map? Look at that. And that will inform you. So we're over at this farm here on the right hand side. So if you're not familiar with the map, that is my map of Winchester. Farm over this side, which is kind of a grass farm. Farm here, which is kind of near the bigger arable fields, and another one at the top here, which also has some arable fields around it. Then we've got this river going down here. There's sort of a road there, State Highway 1, train tracks, town of Winchester in the middle, lots of grass fields over here. This is all grassland. Of course, just because it's groundless land doesn't mean it can't be ploughed up or anything like that. Sawmill down the bottom. One of the things, actually, we'll go over and have a look at this. Go see Kate. Now you have to excuse the textures because I haven't finished getting these all done properly. But this is going to be my animal dealer. So you can buy your animals, load up there. That's the idea. We've basically got these sale yard type things. So you're sort of holding pens over this side. Areas where the trucks are back in. If you've ever been to a sale yard in New Zealand, you get dozens, like in fielding, the sale yards here, I think the biggest sale yards in the southern hemisphere. And down the centre of the road, there'll just be like dozens and dozens of stock trucks on a Friday morning, waiting to, they've dropped off the cattle or the sheep or whatever it is, waiting to pick it back up. But this is from DJ Modding from Judith Plains. This is what's converted from FS22, but he had it there, so I've grabbed it off him. I just need to get all the textures done properly. But I want to, the reason it's concrete here, I kind of want to have like a building sitting in front of this, which would be like the sales spot for that. But yeah, it's there. There's a couple of buildings missing. There's one there, and I've got the slurry pit there, and a manure buy point sitting over there as well. So yeah, that's something I've been tiddling with, getting that all sorted out. Anyhow, also been flat out, so road markings have all been updated. I haven't brought them in yet, but we've got lots more road markings. I just need to get them properly textured. Oh, in the contractor's yard. I always said I was going to put a contractor's yard in. So this is kind of somewhere that's not attached to a farm. It's kind of tucked in the back of town. And you've got a silo, you've got a buy point. There's a couple of other silos which haven't shown up there. I need to fix those. A bunded sort of diesel tank. That's got a workshop trigger with it as well. So it's kind of like a, if you didn't want to buy a farm and you just wanted to do a whole lot of contracts, you could. I can't show you the contracts because I've bought all the farmland, so there won't be any. So anyhow, that's where we are. Let's head back over here, because what I would like to show you is my fences. So I'll drop back down to the ground, take a quick look at those before we go and play with some of the toys that we've got. G'day Ryan, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Upgraded GPU 9060X. Oh, that's a nice, that's not bad. It's not bad. PSU, etc. Only have a 10 i5. That's the next upgrade. So you're slowly going through upgrading. Nice. I thought about just upgrading graphics card on mine, but so I really want to go to something with at least 12 gig of VRAM. And so it seems that VRAM is the big bottleneck with FarmSim with the textures, and that's what's causing issues. So I might try and fix it going that way. Alright, anyone had Judith Plains screwing up save games? I lost a whole heap of buildings, visual like the mod didn't load, but can't replace the building, had to start a new save. Weird one, you're on. I had that. Very strange. G'day, Bo. How are you? Right, so come to our build menu. Fences, I don't have the thumbnail done for it. This one here is not working properly and I haven't textured it, but that's my 7-wire fence, which I'm still playing around with and still trying to get working. But this is the one I've actually got and managed to get working so far. So this is a 3-wire fence. So basically, if you're hard to see, we'll go and have a look at it closer. But we've got sections here which they're set at 5 meters, but it's allowed to scale. So see as I stretch it out, it'll scale. That's so you can have your last fence section at the right length. Now I'm going to toggle snapping to on, so we can go straight. So we've got one segment there, and then to deal with things like corners, where you might use shorter segments, I've actually got these little sort of 2-3 meter long segments as well. So if you want to do some shorter little pieces just to deal with going around, you might do a section that goes chunk, 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 chunk around the corner. I don't want to do that because of the field, but you get the idea. So we've got that, and then we'll keep on coming along. Next up is a gate. So I've got a galvanized, can't remember how big this gate is. Decent sized gate though, but it can be flipped and open either side. Yeah, can be going either way. And then last but not least, and I'm just going to go through and do another section of fence. Last but not least, this is one that I'm kind of proud of this one actually, how this works. This is in quite a big section. So it's 3 panels of fencing, but it's actually acting as a gate. And I'll demonstrate how it works in just a sec. We'll just get it placed down. This one has to be placed pretty much on level ground. It doesn't follow the terrain. So yeah, and then we'll go back to doing our fence. In fact, let's do a short one so we can just see where it is. But yeah, if we go and have a look now. That is my 3-wire New Zealand fence. I'm just trying to decide, I think I need to sort of chamfer the edge of the posts just to make them look a little bit better. But I'm really happy with how that's worked out now. I've got it all following the terrain, following the ground textures, and to me, if I compare that fence to over here, to these ones, it just looks, to me, for me at least. I built that over here. That just looks much more New Zealand Kiwi fence than these ones do. These have their place, boundary fences and whatnot, but just, that one just feels so much more appropriate. So anyhow, let's jump back over to here. I'm going to show you the 2 gates. So my plan is to go through and change everything. I'm still hoping to be able to get this one to work. As you can see, it must be following the terrain a little bit. It tears the battens and it messes up the wires. So I'm trying to apply what I see. There you go, messes up the wires. I'm trying to apply what I've learned with this one to this fence. So that's the plan. But anyhow, let's go and check out. So gate number 1, just a pretty standard gate. Now I've got a chain here. My idea is to have a hook on the pole. This is the other thing it doesn't do as well. It doesn't quite line up. But in fact, if you go and look at a giant's fence, it doesn't line up very well either sometimes, just because of heights. Yeah. Gate opens. I've got it opening around as far as I can. It clips the post just a little bit, but obviously didn't want it opening just 90 degrees because I know if you're coming from this way, having a gate that only opens 90 degrees is a little bit annoying. So it is, I've got there. I'm going to change the sounds with it, so I'm going to actually go out to the gate on the farm and record the jingle of the chain and the because it's metal on the hinge here. Record the sound of that, sort of get that grinding of metal on metal. So that's that one. And then if we come down here, so this section from that post 1, 2, 3 is my next one. And as you can see, this is why I said it needs to be on a flat. Need to figure out if there is a better way I can do this. I'm not sure. The reason I need it this big is if you can see the air tags on the fence, this signifies it's a gate. So you can actually come here and click the trigger. And there you go. It visually changes it and it's clipped it under the ground. That's to do with the leveling. So technically, you'd probably best off leveling this. There must be a fall on this bit of ground. Even though it looks flat, it does have a slope on it. So I don't know if there's a way you can get that to follow. But the idea is you can now go through there. It's on both sides. Close it again. And there's a collision, so you can't actually go through the wires. So I might use that in select places on the farm, and it might be better being a pre-placed one rather than a place it yourself one. But yeah, see, no collision. Can't go through this side, there's still a collision there. Go through, stop, but you can go there. So that's kind of, we've always done that on the farmers. If you want to get a vehicle through it, probably you wouldn't have that post, you'd actually have a really big opening to do it in. But yeah, so I've got that done. So, don't know, it needs a little bit of refinement obviously for this bit, but figure out and see what we can do and make it work a little bit better. yeah. The idea would be is if you had a narrow gate that was hard to access, you could have a section like this. There we go. That is my fences. That's what I've been working on. I'm hoping to take this and develop it a bit further, possibly change it to a 7-wire fence without any battens that gets used on boundaries maybe. I have wondered about forgetting about that one over there and then just taking this model, adding extra wires in, and then adding the battens in and see if I can keep it working the way it is. But yeah, there we go. So that is everything I've been working on the map. Road markings, custom buildings are still underway. Got the water done. This week I'm going to try and get some power lines sorted out. At least get them underway where I can easily use them between different sections. So like if I was to do, there's power lines run along this road and along here. If I got these ones and these ones done, and then the power lines that go along this road and the bits that are in the main road and in town, maybe down here are a little bit easier just to duplicate what I've already done. So that's the idea. Yeah, what else is there? Road markings. Basically set my challenge. So the fence was the first week. Water. So the only thing left to do on the water is potentially a flow map on the river up here. And water on road marking. So yeah, I've been working on it. Still a lot more to go. Anyhow, we're making progress. So yeah, fence and gates look amazing. Thank you, buddy. Really happy with that. I could make them placeable too, so you could use them on any map. That's the idea at some stage. Plans to bring in any New Zealand fruit. I kind of like the way they've done apples on the Italian map, Etruria, but I think that's probably a step too far at this stage. I'd love to do kiwi fruit, but not sure. Hello, Nismo. How you doing? Good to see you. See you. Awesome idea. Thanks, Flash Gaming. Yeah, work out well. Do like it, Ben. Good to hear. So the case launched that 785 Steiger at AgQuip in Australia. Was it at AgQuip? I didn't realise that. I did see that they'd announced the 785. I didn't realise where it was done. So before we go and have a look at these mods, I wanted to play this. See if it's just going to play. If I
Rated E for everyone.
So obviously the new trailer came out and I'm really excited for what I've seen with it so far. Very focused on the equipment. You can see a lot of the new seaters. There's a 4x4 cycle, ATV bike, quad bike, whatever you want to call it. The fishing, so that little fishing pole, I'm guessing, and I think we picked up on it previously, I'm guessing we're going to be able to go fishing, but I'm not 100% sure. I love the onions. Onions I'm kind of really looking forward to doing. I don't know why, because I feel like it's going to be one of those crops you do and then you don't do it ever again, kind of like potatoes, but real nostalgia there with onions, although we never had a crop like that. The train's very cool. I do like the train. And if you notice, the bus had changed colour from the previous trailer, it was red. Now the double-decker buses are green. FSG fed that comment back to Giants and said, red double-decker buses are only in London, not anywhere else. So that. This spread is kind of interesting. The sort of rubber plastic sleeves, I suppose, to stop it going in the direction. It's kind of unique. And the boat looks cool. I like the idea that you've got this little loading dock on the front of the boat and the crane to hoist things up and attach to pallets and everything like that. The fishing could be a bit of fun, and I'm also excited to see what it's going to be able to do with the fishing as well. That's interesting. That's about it. The map's looking great. Very, very cool. It's the bike. Yeah, just the train again. It's a bit of an overview of the map. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty excited to see that coming out later in the year. I don't think there was anything really earth-shattering really revealed in it, but hopefully there's a whole lot more to learn more about the fishing. I'm keen to find out how that's going to work. So, yeah, kiwi fruit is from China. It is Chinese gooseberry, but it's a wait. To be fair, Garrick, I don't think there would be I can't think of a fruit that would be endemic to New Zealand or native to New Zealand, at least that's grown commercially. So, I was just picking ones that are grown commonly in New Zealand. Loving the good range of case tractors here. Right, yeah, the case tractors. Let's dive into it. So as I was saying earlier, Connect Modding are releasing some mods on the 25th of August. They've been working on a project called Connecting Art and People. And basically, there's 17 pieces of equipment in the pack. I've got 12 of them here that I can show you. The other 5 are haven't been announced by the manufacturer yet, or they don't want to be seen. So there'll be more information to find out about them over the next few days. But we've got the case Farmel. It's a 140. It's a single tractor. Just a few different configurations we can go and take a look at. There's some equipment from, I'm going to have to do this from memory, and we'll go and look at it. Stara, Pican, P-I-C-C-I-N, and is it Venge or Vunge or something like, how did you pronounce that one? We'll go and have a look at it anyhow. That'll be the easier way to figure it all out. But yeah, quite a range, quite an assortment. Very South American, very Brazilian. It's what Connect Modding specialise in. But some cool little bits and pieces too. So let's dive into it. I'm just going to bring up my little cheat sheet I had somewhere where I've written down a lot of notes about it, just so I can remember, make sure I touch on the key aspects. Winchester is the other name, V-N-C-T-U-D-O. So Winchester, Stara, Pekin, and in the case Farmel. So 4 different manufacturers being represented in there. Right, so let's start off. Let's save the voice of another famous Kiwi. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? Bonus points from anyone other than Ryan who can get the reference from what that's from. Favorite way of killing time. Right, so let's jump into here. Go to our mods. So first up, as I said, there is the case Farmel Max 140. So it is strictly a 140 horsepower Farmel. There's no difference in engine configurations or anything like that. You've got some configurations for whether there's fenders on the front, yes or no. Some window tint. So you've got a green, a blue, or factory option of tinted, back in clear. Options for a front weight and go 270, 450, 720. Front loader attacher, there's no the Hauer, not the Wiki as an option. And then you've got license plates as well, which you can put on there, which is another reminder. I need to do some New Zealand license plates for the map, and that is on my list of things to do. So the other things are wheel options, and this is some info I've given back to Louise. So Connect Modding, I had the pleasure of meeting Louise from Connect Modding, who is kind of the, it's a team. He's been the front man for it. He's become a farming simulator cultivator for Giants. So he's a South American or Brazilian based cultivator. But I had the pleasure of meeting him at FarmCon last year at Fent, and also he came up to Chicago last year too at Case. So that was very cool to have him at both of those. Outstanding young man. He's really switched on, does some cool stuff in the community, and what he's doing with his Connect Modding is not just farm sim modding stuff. They do stuff for, he showed me an app that they had where you could basically take the 3D model they'd made and you could put it on your phone, you could scroll, and companies like Star use it as marketing for them. It's pretty cool. New Zealand plates won't take me long. No, they won't take me too long at all. Considering I did those in 22 and you had to do custom ones. So, to do or everything? To do or not to do? So anyhow, the wheels, so the only thing I've fed back is you go from standard, but standard is actually twins. And then there's standard 2, which are compared standard. You've basically got wider tyres at the back. I think they all weights on them. Yeah, they've all got weights on them. There's nothing added there. And that's the same as you go through them all. So BKT is exactly the same. You've got standard 2. But there's no floaters on that. It's just the 2. Continental, basically the same again. Standard, twins, or wides. Trailerborg, standard, twins, or that's it. Beta Start, standard, twins, and that's it. And there's the lizard ones, which are kind of funky actually. So they've obviously ones that they've modelled themselves. Look at the depth of the tread on these suckers. They're massive. You get those in standard or twins as well. So that's pretty much it for your configurations. Very, very limited, but it's a nice little size tractor, 140 horsepower. So that is going to be in part of the pack, and that is, as I said, 25th. Oh, to do is pronounced. To do it means everything. The events to do. Gotcha. So what is the Vinci part of it then? Joran. I forgot that your wife's Brazilian, isn't she? Okay, so that's the case. So moving on, we've got 5 different items here from Pekin. A couple of subsoilers, a plough, a big bag lifter, and a mower. So dive in and take a look at each of these individually. This is a subsoiler. It is 5.4 meters wide, was 495 horsepower to pull. So it's a very power hungry piece of equipment. Now there's not really any options on a lot of these things. Can't even change the color with the to any other colors. You may be able to if you have the Giants color configuration modern. Not sure. But there you go. Subsoiler, 5.4 meters wide. We've got one of those we're going to test out in a second. Good price though. Price. Runs at 7 miles per hour, so not very fast. The advanced mod TP5 is the same. Another subsoiler. A little bit narrower, 3 meters. So there we go. 3 meter cultivator, 3 meter subsoiler. Requires 275 horsepower. Runs at 7 miles per hour as well. A big bag lifter. This is a hefty piece of equipment. This is rear hitch. So see there, it'll fit on the back of your tractor. It's got the wheels, and then basically it's got to stand there when it's not hooked up. And you can either have that 4-point hitch or not. I think it changes how it works. It's just a visual thing. Did you see my New Zealand fruit bags? You might have. We've got the plough. It's more like a disc cultivator to me, but I've got it configured as a plough. And all you can change here is there's 2 different options on the tyres. So we've got 11L15 or a 750/16. So not much of a change there between those two. And last but not least is a little bit of a only 2.5 meter wide mower. I guess it's a little bit like a, I don't know, bush hog topping mower, run around in an orchard, or cutting. We'd use them to mow fields and cut out sections of thistles or things like that. But there you go. Only needs 60 horsepower, runs at 13 miles per hour. So that is that there. So yeah, 5 bits of equipment from Pekin. We'll go through and try some of those out. And then moving on to the Stara. So Stara has some much bigger stuff. And then you can see the 3 bits of equipment there from Vince to do as well. Excuse me. First up, the Stara Brutus. This is a fertilizer spreader. It's only 6.7 meters wide. It does do lime and fertilizer. Has 180 horsepower and is 12,000 litres of storage. Again, limited options. Change the tyres. Invadostat and BKT trailer borg. The 3 different options there for tyres. Basically, I think this is one that just drops out. Doesn't actually spread. It's got the bar there on the back, I think. And it's opened out. Doesn't have a spreading option. I think that's how it works anyhow. Don't have a look. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the rollers. So it rolls back across this way when it's unfolded. So yeah, nice looking spread at 9 miles per hour. But of course the width might put you off at only 6.7 meters. Then a couple of planters or seeders. The Stara Eva is a planter, so does your corn, sunflowers, all those kind of things. This one can direct drill and does take fertilizer as well. Only 110 horsepower, so yeah, farmer will pull this. 4.1 meters wide, 9 miles per hour. 1,025 litres of capacity in there. Pretty good. So yeah, once again, no configuration options on that. Excuse me there. This is a seeder, so cereal crops, wheats, canolas, what else is there? Rice, spinach, peas, those kind of things, grass. And this has 5,500 litres, 9.7 metres wide, needs 270 horsepower, so good there, 7 miles per hour. And you can change the options. It's Gooper, Supra, Winter, or the Guapa Supra. So you've got the 2 options here, which changes the wheel settings. So I'm guessing that's one you'd use in summer, and this is one you'd use in winter. I'm guessing the difference is that it doesn't have all the holes in it, which are likely to possibly pick up a lot of mud in that during winter. During winter. So summer option, winter option. So no difference between the price. Oh, there is $5,000 difference. But yeah, won't affect how it works or anything like that. It doesn't change anything else there for that. But nice big width, 9.7 meters. So looking forward to trying that out. I don't think it's got a translation or a manufacturer name. Oh, there we go. Good. This is direct drill as well. So that's handy for that one. And then two more bits from Stars. First up is the Hercules, which is a lime only, so it says sprayer, but it's actually a spreader. It's a lime only, fertilizer only spreader, 36 meter wide and runs at 15 miles per hour, but only a 4,000 litre capacity. I was playing around with one of these on a similar one to this on Missouri River bottom. But yeah, it's a nice spreader. A license plate on it, and that's about all. One thing I do say is that their models are first class. Like the detail in that they have in them, pretty impressive. It's the wheel guards, everything about it is just really well done. And the tarp, I haven't seen yet. I haven't actually looked to see if it's animated tarp or not. Just need to see that. And this one here is kind of cool. I like the idea of this one. This is a Star Emperador 2000. This is another spreader or sprayer. Actually, you can see it do herbicide and liquid fertilizer, but also will seed. So if you go in here, you've got an option there to be either a herbicide distributor or a seed distributor. And there's an option here to either have standard wheels or you could treat them as narrows. Effectively narrow, so no wheel destruction, tire destruction, or you can have your tire destruction active on those. It's an interesting feature. Since it'll standard, and then options there. I'm guessing this is because I've got precision farming turned on, but I'm assuming they would have had to build it in as well. But yeah, pulse width modulation, weed seeker, and the Ice Area Pro on the top. That's kind of cool. Well, I really want to try this whole seed distributor option out, see how that works. And then last but not least is the vents to do. We've got a big corn header and then a couple more planters slash seeders. So first up, it's a big 10.8 meter wide header for sunflowers or corn. Only option that you can change is whether it has the protectors on the side or not. Yes or no. But as you can see, this is designed, I think, South America, they must use a narrow row. That's a lot of rows. I haven't actually counted it. Where's the middle one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a 24 row header. I would have thought at 10.8 meters. Let's see if we can compare it. One of the bigger ones, combine harvesters categories. 10 meters on the case one. What's that? Little 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 18 rows versus 24. So 6 rows more in 800 mils. Not even the John Deere. So that's a 6 there. There you go. The John Deere, which is 12 meters wide, is a 16 row header. Likewise, the Geringhoff, 13 meters wide. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 18 rows. So definitely a lot closer row spacing they use in South America. G'day, some guy, how you doing? Good to see you. Used an 8 meter corn header that also had a mulcher underneath it, mulching the stubble as we pulled corn off the field. Yeah, I had one of those I used on Southern Cross Station, I think, on stage. Have I designed my own house into the map? I have not, Dr. Fish. Not at all. And so to carry on with the to do everything, doing everything option that the name suggests. We've got a planter here, so corn, sunflowers, sorghum, soybeans, those kind of things. This is a direct seed as well, and does have fertilizer and seed tanks on it. 9 meters wide, 250 horsepower, 4,840 litres of storage space. Juicy, no options. This is what it is. Another nice looking detailed model though. The hoses look great. Specs on those would be interesting to see how they look when they're working. And then lastly, the Pampiana 32,000. This one's kind of cool, and I'll show you this hooked up. But this is a seeder rather than a planter. It doesn't say it's direct seeding, so you'll have to work the field before you can use it. 140 horsepower, so the farmer should just about pull it. Does seed and fertilizer, but to be able to pull this, basically you've got these transport wheels there you put down, and then the transport hitch goes on the end of it. So it hooks up into in here somewhere onto this bit, and then you can drive pulling it a long ways. The only thing that doesn't happen is the drawbar doesn't fold up anywhere. I don't know if it's meant to in real life or not. Doesn't look like it, but it does stick out a little bit, so something to be mindful of with that. And that is what I'm allowed to show you from what custom modding we've got. So I've got a whole collection of them all lined up on equipment. So I used the farmer where I could. It's a big bag lifter in real life, so it is big. It's quite a sizey piece of equipment, but probably need it for the seeders. A little mower. I'll test that in one of these little fields out here. That's all hooked up, so you can see that that's clipped in there, and it actually becomes the pivot point because it uses 3-point linkage there. But yeah, like I said, the drawbar sticks out. I can't see. In fact, even looking at it, it doesn't look like it's got any. It's got a pivot point back there, but then it's a manually adjustable pitch on there. It's not a hydraulic one or pneumatic one. Nice models though. Do like them. This is the fertilizer spreader, the Hercules. What's going on with the glow in there? I don't know if that's something coming off that there. I'm not sure whether it's meant to, but actually walk under. Oh, maybe I could walk underneath it before, but I might have been on flight mode still. Strange. It's weird. I could actually physically walk through it before. Now I can't. And this is the Imperador. This is the one that will seed as well as spray. So we're going to give that a try. That's pretty cool. The Brutus, as I said, that's got the belts in there which spit out this fertilizer or lime, depending on what you're using it for. It's obviously needed a bigger tractor, so we've got that Finder 185 6R, 1100 MT, providing enough horsepower to pull this. This was the 495 horsepower Ripper. And then over the other side, we've got the AF11 down there with the header on it. We're not going to get to test much of this out in the next hour, are we? But anyhow, the smaller Ripper behind the T7, the Arian pulling the little plough. This big drill, this thing's actually quite big when you actually see it. Again, behind the T7, another 6R. Bigger 6R over here with the bigger Star seeder. So let's go and we'll try out a few things. I want to actually just go and get some of this tillage stuff going because we can probably put that in a couple of fields and let that get on its way. So we can at least try out the seeders. Alright. Last seeder would look amazing reskinned into Duncan drill. Which one's that? The one in there? Bad, would it? Now which field? We'll just go into this one on the right here. I'll test my gates. I wonder how wide my gates are. See if they're wide enough. Alright. Let's have a look. There we go. Get that animation of it unfolded. That's new kit. The pricing seems a little unrealistic, especially the self-propelled sprayer and seeder. How much is it? 140 grand. Doesn't it? I hadn't really looked at the pricing for stuff. 66. I don't know what they're pricing it off, but it would be. Let's have a look. Go into Hunters. Seeding. Would be a comparison to this. This is what a 10 meter wide seeder. It's equivalent. 9.9, 181. It's a bit cheap, isn't it? 12 meters. It's not too bad. 6 meter for 100. I mean, you're going to choose this over that, aren't you? Same horsepower requirements. Almost 50% wider. Bit slower. There is a downside there. Same capacity, so yeah, maybe a little bit on the low side. Maybe it's a translation thing. Anyhow, right, so that's that done. Let's press the down button. Get down pretty quick. Into it. Does what it says it does, doesn't it? And what I was expecting. Anything special. On the plus side, my fields are working. Getting some stones behind them though. I haven't turned field stones off. Let's fix that. Sprays 1.2 million Aussie dollars. Obviously hasn't been adjusted for inflation over the last few years. Apologies again. I will try and mute every time I feel the need to cough. Alright, there we go. So I mean, 7 miles per hour. It's going to take a wee while to get through this field, isn't it? I think there's a trade-off which people strive for, which is the balance between playing realistically and playing with equipment that's appropriate to size. So it would be entirely practical that someone would spend 2 hours in this field running this kind of equipment around it. I mean, it's just what they do, it's what they needed to do. Farm needed, it's what they had. You're not always going to have the biggest. I mean, this tractor is probably too big for this size farm too. It's too big for any size farm in farm sim, to be honest. But you need it for the equipment. Let's see. Oh, I don't have... Okay. Negative course play setup. Okay, that's fine. Let's start on our up and downs. Now, I don't know if I can do this. I'll be a bit cheeky. So we can do 40 and do a bit of an oh yeah. It's alright. I want it to go the other way though. Okay, let's do that. Okay, send a worker off doing this. I'm having some fun. Let's go and something else. So I'm over at the other farm now. So that was that. Now, and grab the other one. This is the slightly smaller edition, which we might take out the back here. It's a slightly smaller field. There's no need to unfold anything on this. It just does what it does. As you can see, the map border is something I really need to work on. I haven't got, for some reason, I haven't managed to get the colours on the image quite right. The scale or something's not right with the image. I can't figure out what it is. Yeah, you can see. There's a bit of an edge there. I've got the levels, the heights and all that a little bit differently. So I might have to spend a bit of time and just go through and try and tidy that up a little bit. Figure out a better way to do it. It's on the list of things to do. Right, our worker. Let's do this. Okay. Right, so just have a run for ourselves anyhow. Once again, I'm not expecting anything special with this. Got a slightly different texture on this one though, don't we? Press the forbidden key. I use the look button on my joystick. If he's due to send me one of his spare farm sticks. I'm sure he doesn't need all the ones he's got. Right, let's just look around. Anyhow, it's doing it. Again, doing a good job. I don't know if these are things I'd use, this size subsoiler. Press H on that and send a helper off to do the job, but yeah, they're nice pieces of equipment, and you've got to admire the models and look at the way those baskets are slightly hanging differently and rocking around and moving. Nicely thought out. Sprayed 320 hectares and you're leaving the house. G'day Dutch Modelling, how you doing? I'm alright. Bit of a sore throat, bit blocked up. But whiskey's helping. Whiskey's helping with that. Good exchange rate between Aussie and New Zealand. It's not though, that's the problem, Ben. G'day Mad Max, how you doing? How's my day today? It wasn't too bad. No, it wasn't too bad. My last Wednesday football training tonight, which was nice. Last game this weekend for the boys. It's going to be a bit of a change. Get my Saturdays back, which is going to be kind of cool. Get through some of the chores and tasks that we should be doing around the house. Nice. Get it done faster. Yeah, just spend $1.8 million instead. Started creeping again. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to here. Look left. Player movement. It's going to annoy me not having that because I just default to doing it. But I haven't got rid. Oh, because I'm in vehicles. That's farm stick. It's the vehicle to look down. Save. Why? You just saw me delete that from the task, didn't you? Why is it still doing it? Well, that's annoying. I can still use this farm stick to look. I've got my T1600 plugged in, but that doesn't have any options for look on it. That's fine. Yeah, anyhow. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can avoid it. Too many things plugged in. I wonder if it might be my... Yeah, look, it still has a look option. Anyhow, forget about it. Kia ora, Scott. How you doing? Good to see you. Right, let's tab through and find something else to go and run. Try that out next too. Carry on with the tillage stuff, eh? I've got the plough here as well. Give that a jam. Figure out somewhere we can run it. Doesn't really matter where, as long as it's going to work. A good start of the rugby championship. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Tell you what made it even better was having $10 in Australia to win 13 plus at $18, getting $180 because of their successes. I'm not going to complain about that, that's for sure. Alright, there we go, we're ploughing. Does what it says it does. Nothing more, nothing less. Nice to have a different option for a plough. I know most people just default to using the Lizard, not what was it, the 6, 9 and 12 NT, but whatever it is, but doing a job, that's the main thing. It's nice actually, I'm enjoying the opportunity to test out everything that's working on this. In terms of the map working. Put a fence across there, don't I? I do. Right. Oh, there we go. That's kind of cool actually. I just saw that. Nice pivot. I saw a bit of movement in those. Not bouncing up and down as much as it is though. And swinging around a little bit. So I don't know why we're getting an overlap on this. But anyhow. Okay, let's move on. I want to try this here mower. Alright, let's just dart into this little field. So the idea with these fields is I don't know what there's lots of farms in New Zealand have these kind of little home fields around them. Might have a few horses, some animals, chickens. They often end up as sort of rubbish dumps as well, in terms of lots of space. Lots of... look at this thing move. Ooh, now we're hauling. Yeah, rubbish fires, bonfires, all sorts of things. So I kind of picture it as something you could either leave as is and just have it there as space, or it'd be somewhere you could if you wanted to have animals on the farm. This one's particularly kind of connected across this way. There's a little one over there, a little bit of space over there behind. You've got backyard for the front yard for the house in there. And then there's a couple more over behind the other sheds. So give some options for people and do what you want. Some sheep in, some cows, chickens, horses, goats. Do some fish farming, who knows. This thing gets around, doesn't it? Again, not the biggest, 2.5 metres, but movement. Yeah, let's have a look. What's inside of these tractors like? Nice functioning tachometer there on the dashboard. Clock works as well, we've got the right time, 13:32 hour meter as well, kind of cool. It's the... turn the thing off. Oh yeah. So the actual tach works as well, the actual analog dial. It's kind of cool. Oh, this is something I saw today actually. So, there's those indicators. They don't just flash, but they pulse. I thought that was pretty cool. Beacon on the roof? Doesn't. No beacon. Lights. Collection of lights. That goes alright, eh? It's not bad for a mower. Good for a little holding. I mean, it was pretty cheap. Pretty narrow, didn't require much horsepower. Like I said, this would actually be something you'd see a lot on a New Zealand farm. Cow cocky dairy farmer would get out, and especially in summer when you're getting very stalky grass and the cows are eating all the good stuff out of the bottom, they'll get out and top the field. Cut the stalky stuff down after they've been through. It'd be uncommon to see them running around with a mower like this. It is a bit shitty when you use it the wrong way around. Indeed, I agree. I agree. You're okay till it updated to Windows 11. Were you on Windows 10, Scott? I wouldn't be too worried. Windows 11's fine. I've had no issues with it. Anyhow, there we go. Choppity chop chop chop. Intrigued actually, because I don't know if I've got real mower installed. Maybe I was just noticing I'm cutting out the bushes as well. I didn't expect those to disappear. Maybe the mower's scripted to do that. A lot of people have you food. Oh, okay. Bit bigger in a kill trap. I think, do Rata equipment do mowers? If they do like mowers like this or not. No, it doesn't look like it. That's right then. Looks like that'd be kind of appropriate if they had a Rata branded one, considering the Rata factories on this map. Perfect for topping the paddocks. Absolutely. I mean, I think it's perfect for topping paddocks anyhow. So there you go, that's the little 2.5 metre wide pickin mower. Right, let's leave that there. Still got my automatic engine tuner and start and stop there. Oh, check out the door animation. Look at the frameless glass. How good does that look? It's pretty cool. Like it. Very nice. Cool little mower. Right, let's carry on now. Let's go and put some fertilizer down. Or some lime down. We need. What we need, put one there. Lime bunker. Look. Okay, where I'm standing. Snapping. There we go. Yeah. Good looking mod. Available on Mod Hub. Search Arxie Gaming. Backwards. Slashes. Doing this in cab. Do a whole lot better job. Right, let's have a look. Is there some covers on this thing to open, or have they just opened on their own? Or does it not have any? Bring up a menu. Start filling, unfold. I think it'll open covers. Okay, let's just start filling. Thank you. I seen making major changes to gun lines. Wonder what they'll change. Yeah, I did notice that. Hopefully, well, as I've understood and what I might have heard, is just trying to be more consistent in their messaging. So I guess time will tell whether how that works out. Right, which field? We'll just go into this one, eh? No point getting carried away. At least that everything's running so well so far. Right, button there. Balance. This. The unfold gun. I'm intrigued. How does this unfold with these wheels? Like pivot. Listen to that sound. Okay, that's pretty impressive. That's some attention to detail there on the sounds. It's just a RAM, isn't it? The folding RAM. Is that RAM all that did it? That's pretty impressive. It's got some grunt on it, doesn't it? Right. Now, let's look here. We'll do our steering assist ourselves. 6.7, 2 headlands, that'll do. Too worried about it. So look, so I've just turned that straight on. Working. Now, I do have precision farming on. I have uncovered all of the soils info. For those who ask, no, I have not done a custom soils map yet. It is on the list of things to do. So there you go. See the soils. So the way I'm actually planning on doing it is using the waterways as a bit of a guide. I've got them kind of going through. They can dictate a little bit, and then sort of as you get away and even down there, maybe closer to the roads, closer to the field edges, kind of dictate a little bit on what the quality of the field will be like. Sorry. It'll be interesting to see what they change, Mark. I do agree. You had a 12-foot slasher for cutting in an orchard, wicked bit of kit, 6 feet offset from the tractor thrown to the trees or away, was as wide as the road and transferring farms. Sounds pretty impressive, Dane. This goes alright. Again, it's kind of a cool animation on the front there, isn't it? So I got it wrong. I said it was going to come out the back, but these actually spin forward. There you go. It's quite clean because it comes out between those two rubber or plastic sheets. Only criticism I would have of that is it's a very solid texture, isn't it? Whereas you look at some of the other textures, it's very transparent. So maybe they can tweak that a little bit. Tractor dwarfs the topper when you look at what people were using back when machines on 90 horsepower tractor. That one was only 60 horsepower, so it definitely was a big tractor, 140 horsepower tractor for that. Good random saw map in the precision farming mod called PF Noise, GRLE. Okay, I know that. Take a look. It's different, you'd like it. It is different. Unfortunately, I think you'd get sick of doing line this way because it's just such a narrow spread. But yeah, it's cool. It did, if I remember correctly now. It's Brutus. It does do fertilizer as well. But still, decent enough alternative, right? And their main focus is that they're recreating real life equipment. There's nothing else about it. There is a piece of equipment called a Brutus 12,000 which spreads lime and fertilizer this way. So far so good on all the testing and everything. So just while we're here looking at the water, so I need to do a little bit more work down here in terms of decorating, getting some grasses and vegetation in here around the stream, kind of make it a bit more overgrown. Very sparse at the moment. That will come. And from everything I can tell on from aerial images, the stream actually does do this. It splits off in two at this point. Seems strange. Might argue Google. Lime piling up if you stop while it's running. That would be good, wouldn't it? Keen to see and try the new lime spreader in Highlands DLC. It looks very familiar to what you've seen in the UK. Is that the one with again with those sort of rubber mats and that on the front of it? That one did look kind of cool too. Like you say, something a bit unique, a bit different. The other thing of showing these fields off on the map is just to demonstrate that I do have some biggish fields in Winchester. It's not just all small farming. I've spent a lot of time on small farms, small fields, but we do have some big ones floating around. And even more, something I'd also like to highlight is there's nothing in between this road and that road stopping you from merging all of those. Nothing here stopping you from merging all of that. That's what you wanted to do. So even down here, there's nothing really stopping you merging all of that. So hopefully, we'll give everyone something they can do. Right, there we go, once round. Just a quarter of the tank. Not too bad. G'day farming, morning mate, how you doing? Good to see you. Are you finished, did I say you're saying you finished harvesting? Morning Nina, how you doing? Map's coming along nicely by the looks. Yeah, making some progress on it. Making some progress. I just need to, I want to have the distance, so from that distance you should be able to see Southern Alps the whole way. That's the thing I'm just struggling with a little bit at the moment, is how to add that character to it in terms of what you look across. I think things like the power lines and those bits and pieces will add to it. Because in reality, this is just vast open farmland. That looks great. Hope all goes well with testing. I've got to finish it first, Sebastian. I'm actually going to, at the end of the month, I'm going to put it through the test runner and see how many errors I get with it. And that'll probably scare me again. There you go. Good chilling through it. Yeah, what's our adventure we might do, Chinook? You talking about our flight sim adventure? Do you think I'll be able to go to the area the map's based on now without wanting to do a big update to the map? I definitely look at it in a completely different eye now, because there's so much I've assumed from different, Street View, Google Earth, the local council maps, just googling images on Facebook. Like for the shop building, I found a video on Facebook from the radar equipment, from the Facebook page, which had a drone view flying over the shop, and I was like stopped and took screenshots of it to see what the building looks like. But yeah, I imagine I don't know if I'd do an update to it, but I still don't think I have the commitment to building the vast number of custom models that are needed. That's the thing. That's the thing I'll probably struggle with the most. My whole concept was trying to build models I could use as a generic New Zealand model rather than specifically for this part of the world. But we'll see where we end up. Beat him to it. We're in the map, is the New Zealand map based off, so it's Winchester. So there you go, there's the aerial photo. Winchester is in South Canterbury, between Timaru and Oamaru. If it's between the two of them or north of the two of them. Anyhow, that's the town of Winchester. So State Highway 1, north south, heading up that way. Yeah, go for full stalker. There's been some guys who are local who've commented on my videos saying they'd be more than happy to share some info and give me anything I needed to help do some of that. So yeah, I don't know. Finished harvest earliest time ever, no rain, it's like a desert. Cows have not had a blade of grass, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Doesn't make it fun. Catch you later, Ollie. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Oh, he's talking about this kind of testing. I hope the other one goes well too. Thanks, mate. Yeah. So far, apart from picking up, there's a couple of buildings I'd recently put in which haven't come across, and I know exactly why. I need to validate the placeables XML and put those back in. But other than that, I'm happy with how everything's progressing. But this is something else side. These are meant to be macrocarpa hedges, and all that I've done so far is upscale big hedges. And if you look at them, the leaves on them are terrible, and I don't know what people's thoughts are there. Are they too big? Do they look upscaled? From a distance, they're not too bad. It's just when you get really close to them. And it's amazing, actually, when you start diving into things on Farm Sim. Everything looks good from far from good when you get up close to it sometimes. There tomorrow. Yeah, anyhow, as Chinook was saying, we might do a little bit of a multi. I bought Flight Sim this week. It's something I've been wanting to get for ages, so I finally decided to pick up a copy. And we were chatting the other day on one of his streams, his Flight Sim streams, so we might do Might do a multiplayer flight and do some VFR flying around New Zealand to region or something like that. A little bit of a tiki tour. No. Find a couple of neat South Island areas we can fly into. Maybe we could fly to Winchester. I don't actually know if it's got an aerodrome anyway. Alright, anyhow, that's probably enough of that. We've seen this working. So, that spreads. Just have a look. Hold it back up, eh? Watch it fold from the front. Excuse me, sorry. Turned engine. Automatic engine off. Oh. Just look at that ram. Just pushing through the middle there. It's kind of quite a clever mechanism actually, isn't it? Very, very clever. Ah, cool. Very cool. Hope I'm looking forward to the new revised Schweigen-Bahnhof server. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting to see how it goes. Alright, let's dump this here. As I was saying, there's all those other areas out the back. And let's go to the next thing. So, Heidely ho neighbour. Let's jump up in here. Is that glow? Is that still in the shed or is it actually coming? So this has got some weird radiant glow on it. It's kind of bizarre. Let's keep tuning. Does this? It doesn't have much of a tuning lock on it. Have four-wheel steer? No, I know the other one does, but that's full lock according to my steering wheel. I can keep tuning, but it's not going any further. Love you've got a Canterbury map going. Childhood memories. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it out. I want to see people playing on it. It's just getting the time to do it all. That's the hard part. Now, I said this is a fertilizer only spreader, isn't it? I can't even come in here and fill it up because I don't have fertilizer and this is an option. Okay, let's just cheat some fertilizer in just for argument's sake. Right. Open cover in. Let's have a look. No, so no animation there on that. Just a little bit of a shame. Is what it is. Let's go and run this out the back here then. Change work width. What can I change my working width to? Control Z. So at the moment we're 36. It'll go right down to 27. Okay. It's kind of handy. Yeah, to go from Rangiora, I assume that's close to Winchester. A bit further north. Rangiora is not far from Christchurch. Yeah, a couple of hour drive maybe? From Rangiora, bro. Live close to RD1, I think it's a road. RD1 often refers to rural delivery as an area. Like she had you, mate. And she's like, I'll just tell him I live here. Nobody knew where she actually lived. Not. Oh, because I was an AR worker. I'll be on helper. Also got a big off. So. Okay. Alright. There you go. That is some spreading. You can complain at that, are you? So again, using the automatic application rate with the precision farming. Bring up my mini map. You can see it's going nice and green all across, which is good. It's doing what it's meant to be doing. Nice, happy with that. That's good. Need to get some stuff done on the tourist. You ready for SB? Hoping timing works out so you finish your busy periodic. So get Hanson to make sure he times it so that the oaks, you're not having harvest season on both servers at the same time. 30 years ago. Closest airport to Winchester is Richard Pearse Timaru Levels Airport. There we go. So a good racetrack there. Levels Raceway. Richard Pearse, a very famous aviator in New Zealand. When you can get an Amazon 4200 spreader for 30k that holds 4 ton of fern, spreads at 36 meters that you can just put on the 3-point link in the shed. We're not using a machine like that. It's insane. Like as in unnecessarily insane. I've seen some traction engine thumbs. I would too. I would too. And the downside to it is it's actually, if you start diving into it, and I don't want to encourage anyone, but if you Google, let's have a look. Catch you later, farming. Take care, mate. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Traction engine S5. There is mods there. But you've got to go into the deepest, darkest depths of some of the less than enjoyable channels to find them, which kind of sucks. Go. Into this field. This thing does an alright job, doesn't it? It says what it did on the... does what it says it did on the box, which is always perfect. Right. Good. Did I hide that minimap again? But there, that didn't refresh. It's interesting. Glitched out on me. A few bits actually as I look around. Glitched out. Bizarre. Also, no audio prompt for spreaders either. Yeah, so a bit on the left there. It's kind of not taking any fertilizer on it. That's interesting. Hello, Louise. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. We're in a bar west of beer. I don't know if anyone saw. So obviously, welcome along, Louise. From Connect Modding. Obviously playing on using some of the mods that they've got coming out later this week, the 25th of August. Is it because I turned? So it's not putting on more, I did too, yeah. What am I doing? I'm pressing the right buttons to turn everything on. I put a post on Facebook. I thought it'd be funny just saying a Kiwi and a Brazilian walk into a bar. That's my Facebook post, so that's why he's asking why we're in a bar and where's the beer. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. It must be very early for you. there's a setting to stop that. Is there? Tell me more. Where do I find said setting? Under settings? Oh, realistic speed. Yeah, speed dependent. Is it one of those ones? Anyhow, must be one of those ones. Are the only ones that were there? Yep. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. If I drive straight over these, then they should spread in. Ah, see? That didn't fill them in. Must be something with my precision farming map, is it? Soil map. Possibly because I haven't put one in. Don't know. I'm going over at a funny angle. Yeah, see, it's not doing anything when I'm not turning either. Get over it once, so it won't do it again. Yeah. Oh well. Giant's logic. Right, well there we go, we've used the full tank. I'll put that one up. So there you go, anyhow. That is the spreader. I see it does what it says it would do. Nice bit of equipment though. We haven't caboed, have we? Looking good. Oh, where are we? A turn. Coming up here. Alright, let's go to the next one. Now, I can't remember how I had this configured. Did I configure this as a... have I got a mobile mechanic on? I do. I've got it set up as a seed distributor. Right, let's try this out. Better get back to doing some actual work. So this one's kind of cool because this is four-wheel steer. So I wondered if the other one was or not. Very manoeuvrable. What it won't do, I imagine, is direct drill though, so I'm going to have to find a bit of field. This bit looks pretty good, that we've already partially worked up. And we're going to have to go in here and fill it up with seeds this way. So, I've got some wheat. Let's have a look. Some nice animation here on the unfold. Animations are really nice. Really enjoying them. Oh, still going. And it lowers down. No way. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What did it just put down then? Was that the guides on the end? Last bit it lowered? What's the last bit of noise being made for? Something's somewhere going on doing something, but I can't. Oh, those things in there. They just... Those little rams in right in there. Okay. Doing whatever they do. Very nice. Right, let's have a look. So, is there anything special to do? Deactivate automatic seed rate, fold sprayer, select seed, unload open cover. lid. See our seed sitting in there. Yep. Cover there. Alright, turn it on and away we go, I suppose. See what happens. Can we lower it down anymore? Oh, we can. But we'll go up and down. That's on my mouse. Very cool. Alright, well, seeing we're broadcasting seed, we'll go as low down as we can. Set button. There you go. So it goes from having a crop texture to a seeded texture. And we've got wheat going on. Using up seed. Okay, this could be my new favourite way to seed things. How fast would this be? I'm seeding at 16 miles per hour. You joking? Oh, that's good. That's good. And like I said, it's actually something that this piece of equipment will do. No direct drill though. No direct drill. It's the trade-off. I like that. That's pretty cool. Pretty handy dandy. Don't show DJ. No, because he'll make it go faster. That's a pretty cool bit of tech. I quite like that. So if we have a look at our map now. Seed rate, there you go, seeded. Crop types, it's a bit hard to tell, but do you have wheat growth? There you go, growth state shows it off. That's pretty impressive. Still going, it's almost done half the field. It's okay too. Nice, I like it. Hold it back up and go and put it away. Wonder if that mod which is non-directed to direct would work with it. Oh, could you imagine? I mean, it must, because it's just a seeder. It's just a seeder. That's cool, I like that. Be good for things like cover crops. I don't know if you'd actually seed wheat like that in real life, but a cover crop would be kind of cool for it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, you want, yeah, exactly what I was just saying. Right, read my mind. Okay, so I'm going to do this and come in here. Where do I want to go? Seeds. Some of these. Let's go to here. Some of these. Alright, there we go. Some big bags now. It's Marksy Gaming, Balance, and Ravens down one. Some seed. So, should we start out with? Start out with this one here. Was this one a direct drill? Which I think they mostly were. I think it was only this one which wasn't. That one's not. That one is. That one is. Should read my cheat sheet. That one is. It's only those four, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's just this one. It's the one next to us, which isn't. Okay. Forwards. Actually, forwards. I'll do something with them. Kiwi Gaming here. They'll definitely see the light of day somewhere. Right. Now, let's go over. So just as I said, some of the tractors I've run separately. So this one's got the jewels on it, and Let's see if we can get this big bag lifted to function. Right. No keybinds? No. Nothing working on that. Okay. So if we lower it down, is on the ground? Quite. Lower it down further. Oh! You can open the hood on the tractors! Oh, oh no way. Oh, what a cool little surprise that is. It's very cool. That was a nice little surprise. And it doesn't surprise me considering how much detail there is elsewhere. Oh, look, the wheels go, so the wheels go out on that. A bit more stability. This will go up and down. And you can raise it up and down. Alright, so we can pick a bag up with it. Right, so it's got a pretty big attach range on it, which is kind of handy. Let's see if we can be a little bit more precise. I'm going to keep on opening the hood now. Right, here we go. Get up nice and high. I mean, end of the day, is it any easier than doing one with the front loader? No, but you might not have a front loader. You might have no need for a front loader. You're like, oh, I'll do it this way. It's the trigger. Go over to the center a little bit more. Probably find that's the fertilizer one. What do you reckon, fertilizer versus seed? Tell. No, it's the fertilizer one at the front. Seed's going into that one. This seed. Why won't it go in? There we go. Ah, so the trigger. So trigger's further back, but you're actually getting seed. Louise can move that. I'll drop him a note and say, Louise, can we move that? It'd be so much better if it was realistically in the right spot. But that's pretty cool. Kind of like that. A bit of a different way to do it. So it works with mine. That's who I wouldn't it? No issue. Kind of cool with a like one of the Vultras that has the rear drive function. Ken, you're asking how my map's coming along. We're getting there slowly. It's going to be closer to Christmas than anything else at this stage for a release, I would expect. Just doing what I can when I can. Not sure I don't rush anything. There's the issue. See it now. Trigger's around the wrong way. Louise, triggers. Are you still there? There we go. Found a bug. If someone could clip that for me, that would be awesome. You'd send me a clip in Discord that I can pass on to Louise. That'd be great. Good Christmas gift for you all. Yeah, well, that's what I figured. And it might be a midwinter Christmas gift for you next year at this rate. Who knows? Alright, so we're in a planter. This has got corn. Let's have a look and see what happens here. Now, do we have to unfold it? Nope, no unfold. Corn. See. Carry it on. Lower it down. Nothing fancy with it, is there? It is what it is. It does what it says it will do. Go. And now, of course, it's not going to use much fertilizer because I just fertilized this field as well. Thanks, mate. I've seen that to a Louise. I know English is not his first language, and we had some challenging and fun and funny times communicating together with our phones and recording into Translate and then showing them the translation. There you go, it's not bad, 9 mile per hour. Again, this would be a great size seeder for a New Zealand map. Like 140 horsepower tractor, seeder like this. There'd be a lot of corn seeded around New Zealand for maize with a planter like this. Strictly because everything's roaded, like you've got to drive from A to B. Big stuff doesn't get down the road very well. With the fenders on this one as well, I see. Very nice, I like it. Cool animation, see those dials going around on the, what are they, meter rollers probably on the front of the fertilizer. Numbers on each of the rows, bouncing up and down. Probably good. Okay. Leave some of the stuff moving, and like this plough's getting through this field. They're big long passes. It's doing all right. Doing all right. Gotta admit, I quite like this farm wall on the jewels as well. It's quite cool. I tend to avoid using jewels, I don't know why. This one looks pretty solid, pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna keep moving. I only got 20 more minutes to get through everything. What have we got left to do? 3 more planters / seeders. Haven't used much seed up either. Still 97%. So you plant this whole field with these tanks as well. Excellent. Right. Well, that's enough of that. Let's go and this one. Have a look at the next of the bigger version of what we were just driving. So this was still a planter, wasn't it? This one. Hey, Shia. How you doing? How are you? This is direct. No, this is direct. So this is just a bigger version, effectively 9 meters wide, rather than. Oh no, we're using a Stara. Stara was 4.1 with 2,000 liters. This is 9 with 4,000. So that's a planter, just bigger. And for the sake of science, I'm going to test out the filling on it too. I wonder if this one needs to be filled from the side because of how big it is. I wonder if you have to just unfold it to fill it. Just unfolding it first. Yeah, no drummers. No drummers, sure. To do is turn off. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Automatic engine start, stop. So I'll leave that doing its thing. Oops, wrong button. Find something on my joystick for that. I have to raise that. It's okay. Alright, let's see here. Is this going to work with the trigger? Okay, nothing so far. Right, there we go. So I wonder if we're going to have the same issue with this one. Get your clipboards ready, Ryan. I need you to do the same on this one too. Let's see. Oh, so that's actually interesting. So when I had it lowered down before, the wheels were actually making a difference. And we're taking some load. Originally I didn't think they were, but when you get some load on there, they actually do help with stability. So, yeah, there we go. We're getting the trigger again. Yep, there we go. So, same issue on this one too. Trigger points are in the wrong way. Ton is a lot to suspend off the backlight. It certainly is. Alright, park this out of the way. So we did have to go for a higher horsepower tractor for this one. Let's go and spin it right around. Sneak between these. Just fill up on the way past, that's the best way to get rid of that. Okie dokie. Yeah, we can fit into here. Happy days. Right. Should see the fertilizer go down a little bit more on this one. Let's have a look. Start it up. It's the ground. Interestingly enough, it's not going down at all. Why that is, it's also not showing me any precision farming data on the map. Fertilizer. It's definitely... It's not applying any nitrogen. Does it not need any? I wonder if that's not working properly. I feel like that wasn't doing what it should. That's a good big planter though, 9 miles per hour, 9 meters wide. On the T7. Put the clips in, thank you. I can only guess it's a precision farming problem. Because corn should take nitrogen. Corn's a very nitrogen hungry crop, isn't it? So it should take some. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. So keep backing. Let's have a quick check that that's all going to work as well. Looks like it. Of course it is. Excellent. Out of whiskey. Wow, I'm out of whiskey. I'm going to soothe my throat now. I gotta say, I like the look of this. I like the, again, the detail. The animations and everything. So cool. Flexing the pipes moving, flexing more at the bottom than the top. I like it. I like it a lot. Very hungry, had 300 kgs of plus of chicken food before seeding, then mapping with the seed. I figured, yeah, I figured corn to be hungry, but it's not. Yeah, it's not applying any. Not applying any with precision farming. Tried in a different field too. Let's double check it's not something here. G'day Kiwi Sim Farmer, how are you? Pleasure to see you. How are you feeling? Are you recovered from your winter ills? And found out my sister-in-law's got influenza now as well. That's what you said you had, isn't it? Ooh, I like that corner. I like that corner a lot. If you're only just tuning in, that's one of my latest updates on the map, is the contractor's yard has been started. A couple of silos, a couple of sheds. If you don't want to own a farm, you just want to be a contractor, you can take that on and work from there. It's actually good running along here and just testing. Sure, none of these trees are going to be a problem. Do those trees look like that partway through the ground? They're meant to be like that. Have to check that tree family. Looks like it's quite a way underground. I don't like having trees underground either. Feeling better, thanks. A little bit chesty though. I'm pleased you're feeling better. Alright, I'm going to lift up and we're going to go straight into this field over the road and see if we can get any result with precision farming on that one. Once again, you can see right there, there's nitrogen. Let's see what happens on this one. No difference, no bueno. Okay, alright, I'll feed that one back to Louise as well. Alright, anyhow, that is the events to do. Alexa 2300 Hunter, 9 meters wide. Very nice, I like it. I like it, look at that, 9 meters wide. Big sucker. Which means, what have I got left to do? I've got this one and that one. So let's start off here with this. Carry on testing these bags. Make sure they're all working. It doesn't, yeah. It's something. So I think it's something to do with the cedar because the other one did. So if we go and have a look in this one here, see how it's got nitrogen up in the top left corner, up here. And then the variable speed rate. Well, neither of this one over here, this one here, only has the variable seed rate in it, not the nitrogen. And I'm already looking at the one we've just hopped into. I think we could have the same issue on this one too, because it doesn't have the nitrogen on it. Okay, I'm unfolding it. Open cover in. Oh, there it is opening. Oh, we ran the wrong way. Right, let's swap around so we can load from the right side. Yeah, it's like it's not detecting it's got fertilizer on it. Okay, let's see if we can get some triggers for this one in the right spot. Actually, know if this one's going to be high enough to get up and over this one. Full stretch. It's going to. It'll work though. Drag the bag in. Okay. Alright, well the trigger the trigger works. Got no height. I don't think I can go any higher on it either. That bar up there is just a stand, not actually anything. It might not have worked if it didn't have fertilizer in it, possibly, I don't know. Maybe it's because I use balanced fertilizer. Maybe I should use it rating down. So, which one did that just go into? That went into the front, the back. What's kind of cool is actually down underneath the seed. Like bigger volume. Alright, there we go. That one seems to have the trigger in the right spot. G'day Rusty, how are you, my friend? A belated happy birthday, I believe. Was it yesterday? I see Rusty Money is celebrating a milestone. Happy birthday, mate. Does that cover flex when it's animated? It does change shape. That's kind of a cool cover, isn't it? I like that one. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. Right. Let's try it again and see if we can get out to a field without having to fold this up. Go through that rigmarole. Well, I hope it was a good day, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Okie dokie. Next one. Alright, so see, this one's detecting it. It's picked up the nitrogen. So this one's working. Yeah, it's going green. Doing the right rate in for wheat on loamy sand, so it's doing all the right things. So maybe it's just those two planters. It's slower this one, 7 miles per hour, but another good working width on it. And again, look at those hoses. And I'm not going to lie, like, considering all those hoses, I can not really see any, at least without really diving in, any that are clipping through each other. So I've gone to the effort of actually making sure that they're all independent effectively. It's pretty cool. That one there. Here we go, found one. There we go, I'll stop looking now because now I can see a few more. Still though, pretty cool. Definitely notice it's a bit slower, this one. Are we at the working speed for it? Yeah, 7 miles per hour. Whereas this was 9. This was 9. This one 7. So the seeders are 7, but the planters are 9. Because the planter's pulling more on the ground, has more row units effectively. Hey Rox, thanks for babysitting Ev. I've never heard someone complain about being sick quite as much as he did. Hope he's feeling better though. Hope you are as well. Alright. Well, there we go. That is that one. Now, we've only got one more to go, and it's the one. I don't know why I left this one for last, but I kind of like this one. So, better have a quick look at it. This is a cool little setup for transportation. Ooh. Selling some bags. So basically, at the moment we're hooked up. We've got all this done now. If I have a look, there should be an option to lift trailer. So if we press V, it lifts it up at the front. Press V again. I'm pretty sure that's going to fold the. Just lifts that part. Oh, we're actually getting off the ground there. Need a bit of weight on the front. What is it? Is it unfold? Unfold. Here we go. That's it. So we want to fold and unfold. So once we've unfolded, then we can go to select. Make sure we selected the end one. Press U to disconnect, and now you see we've disconnected that part. Now we can disconnect from that part. One thing you can't do, I don't think, is it's got too much mass. I can't pick that up by default. It would be cool if that was hand movable, rather than having to put it somewhere sensible. Got it less bad than me. Thanks. I hope we get better fast too. Yeah, I hope so too. He got it less bad than you and probably complained more than you did too, Rocks. About to go watch your Architect playing an Architect game. Have fun on stream. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Enjoy. See if you recognise it. Should do. You've been there. Okie dokie. So let's do one last test on this one just to make sure we've got all the bags in the right spot, all the triggers for the bags in the right spot, and then we'll go. And this was the one that didn't direct drill, wasn't it? So we need to make sure we've got that all done. Right. Hey, Blue Street Customs, how you doing? Nice to see you. Right, let's have a look. Is the seed, which is in the front back boxes, going to activate with this trigger? We need to move it. Okay, so this one's around the right way. If I go too far back, does it stop? Yeah, it does stop. Okay, so this one's around the right way. To know. Open the door. Not doing anything on your blanket, but just about done. You have to put it through the laundry and find a box to put it in. Oh, cool. Exciting. Looking forward to seeing what you've created. Too many hands trying to do too many things at the moment. Here we go. Alright, so this one works perfectly, at least for that part. Turn that off. Jump up in here. You've only just joined, check out the door animations on these. Doors open and close. And, oh, it does raise and lower. Look at that. Oh, so okay, so when I'm hooked up, I shouldn't be able to do it now. But when I'm hooked up, I can actually fold that up. Ah, so that was my question. But it's going to look a bit funny, isn't it? Okay. Wonder if that's disableable. Anyhow, it's geometric and it's your colours. Very nice. Nice. So this one's not direct seatable. Okay. Oh, it's on the ground as well. Right, it looks like our nitrogen's going to work. And we've got ridge markers on this one too. Lower that down. I didn't actually turn that on and it started changing the texture. Seeding. It's interesting. Not one I need to turn on. This is just a raise and lower one. To know. When it's on the ground, it seeds. It's in the air, it doesn't. And then the option is ridge. Oh yeah, that makes them right. Stumpy little ridge markers, but because they're a long way away from the plant is so wide. One of the cool things I learned before I showed people is this. Look, lift the hood on the tractor. The hood and somehow open the door. Very cool. There we go, that's working as well. So that's got the fertilizer. Wheel driven gearbox. That makes sense. There's some hydraulics on it, but I don't know what they're for. And I don't know if it is a wheel driven one. It's neither of those wheels heavy, I think, and there's no drive wheel coming off those wheels. I feel like it's hydraulic. but they've used the code for up and down rather than on and off. That makes sense. I don't know, you could count how many hydraulics hoses there are and figure out if they're where they go. Or either way, doesn't really matter. It's seating, right? That's the main thing. Because I look like a hungry hippo. This up. Jump, jump, jump. Yep, down, yeah. Yeah, I just looking and thinking. Unless there's something on the under the bottom, maybe. I don't know. Excuse me again. Alright. Well, that's about a wrap, I think. Not sure if there's anything else really to look at. We didn't look at the... I'll show you the header on the combine because the animation on it's pretty cool. Let's do that now. Right. This is the header. And let's just lift it up. Fold it. And each of the snoots will clip down into position. It's kind of cool. Ready to go. Won't go because I'm not unfolded. It's not giving me a warning that I can't go there. But it would have. On harvester. It's getting pretty cool animations in on that. Very nice to see. Right, turn that off. That's got a bit of a wind down on it too. Very cool. Interesting how they've done the chains in there. They're just solid with a texture on them by the looks of things. Rather than 3D chains. Anyhow, I think, let's lie up in here. That's about all there is. We've had a look at all the bits of equipment, spreaders, the tillage gear. Just having a look, like, where's this guy? He's down there. And they've still got a bit to go, isn't it? And we did start those about an hour and a half ago. But no, getting their way through it, which is good. This one here is going to take a long time because I went the shortest way, so it's got lots of tuning in it. And again, if you're only just tuned in recently, I was showing off here somewhere. My fences I've been creating for the map, so these are going to get installed into the map rather than the ones we've got. So we've got the short fence there, we've got a gate which you can come up to and click on, and it hides the wires, lowers them below to the ground, and gets rid of the collision through the middle. So there's that. Come down here, we've got another gate. Swings open nice and wide. And then down here's our standard fence. So I'm going to replace all of the fences in the map with these, and then possibly this one too. I might just make this one just a standard non-terrain following fence and just use it as a decoration. It needs to be textured, but yeah, there we go. So obviously a huge thank you to Connect Modding, Louise, for sending over these mods to have a look at. They're coming out on the 25th. They'll be on Mod Hub, free for everyone. So if there's anything here you've liked, jump in, give them a rating, download them, have a play with them, and yeah, nothing else you need to do. They will be there for you to use. So yeah, and as for Winchester, things are progressing. I'll keep working on it, keep moving on it, keep motivated with it, and keep you up to date with what I'm up to. Hopefully we'll get through it in the next wee while. If anyone wants to take on some 3D modeling though, feel free, give me a yell. Yeah, same to you, Ron. You have yourself a good one. Thanks, Garrick. Nice to see you. Plus, you already had the wall blank, so thank you for all you've done. Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. No dramas, Mark. No dramas. Right, yeah, if you haven't already hit the thumbs up button, make sure you do. And otherwise, I will be around on Sunday this week. Sorry, I didn't do a stream this week. We'd gone out for dinner with some friends on Saturday night and got home a bit late and was a bit under the weather, so just decided we'd sleep that one off. But yeah, too busy holidaying. Oh, the 3D modelling. Yeah, it's all good, mate. All good. No worries. Right, I think that's all there is to say. Have yourself a good rest of your day if you're just getting into it, if you've just started, if it's halfway through. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week. If you're in my part of the world, don't forget to do the survey. Kiwis, ! Survey, make sure you do it. I'll put another post up on Facebook and Discord and share that around and hopefully you do it. But that's enough for me. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. We'll catch you again soon. Take care. Bye.